All right, if you're ready to continue, here we go. So we have a new chord that we're going to introduce here, and it's a very easy chord. It's called a D6 over A chord, and it's a one-fingered chord yet again. And if you recall the first two chords, which were identical with the left hand, 2 frets up on the 4th string, this next chord, D6 over A, is 2 frets on the 2nd string. 2 frets up on the 2nd string, okay, with our middle finger. Very easy. So the only thing that's going to be happening with our left hand throughout this whole song is just switching back and forth between the 4th string and the 3rd string with our middle finger, 2 frets up. Now the right hand is identical to the pattern for the A7 sus2 chord. So hopefully you are kind of good with the pattern already. What we're going to be doing now is just simply taking our finger from the 4th string and moving it to the 3rd string. Still 2 frets up. It's very easy. All you're doing is moving from here to right here. So 2 frets up on the 3rd string, 1, 2, 3rd string, and we're pressing again with our middle finger, and we're using that same pattern. Okay, in fact, the same exact strings that we were using for the A7 sus2 chord. So that sounds like this. Page 15 of the study guide, we have the chart for the D6 over A, and we have the flow chart for it, and we also have the tab as well. So let's just go ahead and put our finger down, 2 frets up, 3rd string, and let's go ahead and play the pattern that's on the flow chart. All right, and also you could be looking at the tablature as well, that's just underneath it. Same pattern, but just changing the note here on the left hand. So let's just, right now, without doing anything on our right hand, let's just go ahead with our finger and put your finger down here on the E minor chord. Okay, it's also the A7 sus2 chord. And let's just go back and forth between the 4th string and the 3rd string. Let's just go ahead, hope you have your guitar with you, go ahead and just try pressing down and then going and pressing down on this. And just see if you can press down on it and move back and forth between those 2 strings. That's the most difficult part of this song here for the left hand. It's just moving back and forth between those 2 strings, 4th string and 3rd string. Okay. 4th string and 3rd string. Now, you're going to see in the video, I have a tendency to keep my thumb out here, and it's only from years of experience. I don't even need to use my thumb anymore because my fingers are strong to even leverage these strings down here. I could just keep my thumb out here, not even use my thumb. My thumb could be over here and I could still press. But you're going to want to go to keep your strength and to get a good clean note is keep that thumb back here, okay? And you're going to want to definitely have your fingers arched. You're going to better to keep the neck tilted on the guitar rather than keeping it flat, okay? Flat meaning parallel to your body. So you want to tilt up the guitar. That's going to make it easier, okay? And I don't know if you could see this, but you see how much arch I have on my left hand here? I'm tilted so that I'm clearing all the strings. I'm just pressing on this one string and my fingers are not touching any other strings. So I have a lot of you guys writing in and saying that you're having problems with when you go to play a chord or you're playing a note that your fingers are touching the other strings. Well, this is usually because of your fingers are flattened out. You definitely want to arch your hand. You may have to over-arch it sometimes. Really get the arch. Maybe your finger has to go way down, your thumb has to go way down here, you know, in order to get that arch happening. See how much of an arch I have? Okay, but see, I can, you know, I'm still able to, even with my finger being in the wrong place, to still have enough arch that I'm clearing those strings. Okay, hard to see, but you can see that I'm arched up enough that I'm clearing the strings. Okay, so just with your left hand, if you would just go ahead and press down, and then what you can also do to see if the notes are coming out clearly, you can even go ahead and strum. It's not going to be a normal chord. It's going to be a bad chord. Well, not so bad. This one right here is going to sound a little weird, I think. Actually, not so bad. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay. Actually, both very nice sounding chords. Actually, it's like a sus chord. Okay. So I'm just strumming down to see if all the notes are ringing out, like I'm not making a thud sound, okay? And that's how you know that your hand is in the right position. Your fingers are in the right position. Okay, why don't you try this with me? We'll just take your thumb and strum from the 5th string down to the 2nd string. Okay, we're not going to play the 1st string. And I'm just going, moving my finger to the 2 frets up, 1 fret, 2 frets up on the 3rd string. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so practice that, and then what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to incorporate the finger picking on the right hand into that chord change. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start from the E minor on measure 8, and then we're going to play the D6 over A on measure 9. We're going to work on that. So I'll see you in the next video.